Okay. Do you know which race suffers the most from health diseases and conditions?
African American.
Okay. Do you know any health conditions that they suffer from?
Heart disease, high cholesterol, stroke.
All of
Poor
them.
circulation.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you know anything that contributes to those factors that the health diseases that they get?
Environmental. It is
Okay.
food. It is food. It's non-exercising.
Okay.
So it's the environment that they live in. It is the food that they eat. They choose to eat, and then it is if they don't exercise. A lot of times African Americans don't want to exercise. It's too much.
Okay, perfect. So today I'm going to be informing you on why African Americans are more at risk for health diseases and conditions.
Okay.
Okay, so to start off, I got some of this information from American Heart Association, some news blogs, and some research. Okay.
Okay.
So the root of the problem and why African Americans suffer from more health diseases is poverty. The low incomes that they receive. For one, it starts with their education. You know, if they don't have any college degrees, they can't really get a job. You know, if they can't get a job, or if they do get one, they get paid less or low incomes. And by less, I mean nowadays it's more so like whites are making more than blacks, whether they have the same job or not, and also men make more than women.
Right. True.
So also it affects their socioeconomic status. So you know that also trickles down to the food that they eat, the food insecurity. So although poverty may be the main cause for these issues, nutrition also plays a big role. So for one, you know, black communities, they always try to go for the fast and the cheap options, which is fast food, like McDonald's, you know. Then they also get the canned goods, which have a lot of sodium. And I don't know if you realize, but in white neighborhoods instead of black, they have like Whole Foods and
fresh fruit.
They have the fresh stuff, but in the black neighborhoods, it's just typically the stuff that's thrown out, or you know, the stuff that's left over in Walmart's or Food Lions and stuff like that. Also, they don't have access to the healthier stuff. Like the Whole Foods aren't in their neighborhood, but they also aren't close either. We already talked about their low quality. Like Whole Foods, the higher brands with the healthier stuff, they also don't want to expand in the poor neighborhoods with the blacks and other minorities as well.
And the cost.
Yes.
Whole Food costs more, you can't afford it.
From Yale News and an examination of 75 food outlets in New Haven, researchers showed that stores in lower income neighborhoods stocked fewer healthy variety of foods such as skim, low fat milk, bread, fresh fruit, vegetables than they did in retailers in wealthier neighborhoods. So like we talked about, they don't want to expand because they don't think, well, they're obviously not going to get the money if they aren't, you know, making it. So poor nutrition results in the beginning of the disease. When the diseases occur, the African Americans need to have access to quality care. Because, you know, after you have the disease, you have to get care to, you know, manage it. So they have little to no access to quality health care. Meaning,
no insurance.
No insurance, and major hospitals aren't in minority neighborhoods. They're more so in the wealthier neighborhoods with whites or any other race. So that means they have to resort into public transportation. Public transportation then relies on their schedules aren't reliable. They also don't want to go because they have to catch public transportation. But also black people don't seek care like on a regular routine basis. They only go really in emergencies.
By that time it's too late.
So, you said they weren't within the neighborhoods, public transportation is really for most of them. Bus, train, maybe even Ubers, but I don't think they take Ubers too much because of the money.
Or catching a ride, having somebody to take
But
them.
even then, all of that is unreliable. So, a quote from American Hospital Association: each year, 3.6 million people in the U.S. do not obtain medical care due to transportation issues. That's a lot of people. So, low incomes, food insecurity, and little access to health care are just 3 reasons why that they suffer from, the heart disease, diabetes,
cholesterol,
and obviously we see it firsthand
here.
But in order to prevent or delay African Americans from developing all of these diseases, we want to educate them. So like we said, instead of going when it's emergent, you want to go kind of routinely or have something that is more set up, transportation that's more reliable, so you don't have to miss or be late to any appointments. And also provide more resources to these minorities, like if they can't actually be in person at the visits, then you want to make sure that maybe you can do telehealth, somebody come into the home, treat them, and also just eat better. That's the major thing.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, a nutritionist would be good. Somebody who can help them, so they'll know.
Diet better. So yes, so my biggest takeaway: I want you to consider your own health, manage your diet, the stuff that you eat, and exercise. Those are the baby steps, and you'll live a longer life. But lastly, I have something I wanted to show you. This is just a little diagram. High blood pressure, diabetes, stroke. African Americans die faster than any other race at earlier ages as well. So yeah. This is compared to whites, so.
Yeah, because I don't care where you go, you always see them exercising, running.
So yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, you're welcome. Yay.